Hi everyone, Steffi from the Novelty Corner. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my October book haul. There's a lot of books. We're going to start with the books that I received for review, and I have 4 review copies to share with you. One from Allen and Unwin, which is Be an Artist Every Day by Susan Schweik. This book I have talked about in a recent Books Beside My Bed video. It is an art book that has a art prompt for every day of the year. It's a gorgeous little book. I also received 3 picture books from Scholastic. They include Pandemic by Jackie French and illustrated by Bruce Watley, Macca and Our Super Pals by Matt Cosgrove, and Wombat by Philip Bunting. And I've talked about all of these in previous Books Beside My Bed videos as well. These are all November releases, so they'll be coming out very, very soon here in Australia. I also received 4 books in subscription boxes since my last book haul. The first 2 books came in the August Bay Crate box. So we have Heart of Blood and Ashes and A Touch of Stone and Snow by Miller Vane. These are the first 2 books in the Gathering of Dragons series. So they're fantasy romance books. We also received the first 2 books in the Inferno Rising series in the September Bay Crate box, which is The Rogue King and The Blood King by Abigail Owen. So you will have seen these in my Bay Crate unboxing recently. In terms of children's and middle grade books that I have purchased for myself, I have finally acquired the 3rd book in Jessica Townsend's Morrigan Crow series. This is Hollowpox, and I am collecting obviously the hardbound edition books. Gorgeous, and I'm so excited to have it. I think I might read this in December. I think it's just going to give me those wonderful end of the year feels. I need something that's going to make me feel good. I also finally bought myself Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls, which for anyone who is unaware is a collection of stories about awesome women throughout history. They get a 1-page summary story of their life as well as a gorgeous illustration of them. They're incredible. And I have been reading some of these stories to my students if we have time at the end of the day, and I want to read all of them myself. Moving into the adult books that I have acquired, I have a total of 9 new books. 6 of them are romance books, so I'll talk about those in a minute, but for the other 3, you'll have heard me talk about The Two Lost Mountains by Matthew Riley in my most recent Books Beside My Bed video. I just collect all of Matthew Riley's books, regardless of how conflicted I feel about his stories these days. I think this series in particular makes me more conflicted than others because some of his books I absolutely adore and I have no conflicted feelings about whatsoever. But I have talked about this recently, so you can check out this week's Books Beside My Bed video if you would like more thoughts on this particular book. All I can say really is that I will continue to buy Matthew Riley's books upon release and reading them usually within the first week or 2 because I can't help myself. I also acquired a physical copy of The Survivors by Jane Harper. I did read this earlier in the year when I received an e-arc of it, but this is the next book for our book club pick, so I wanted to have a physical copy and to read the final edition of the story. And I also picked up The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. This is obviously a very anticipated V.E. Schwab book, and I'm looking forward to reading it, but I need brain power because it's quite chunky. So this may not happen until the school year finishes because I'm struggling, guys. All right, and finally we have the adult romance books that I acquired. 4 of them I've read, 3 of them I have not read yet. The first one I received was Gifting Me to His Best Friend by Katie Robert. This I received as part of her Patreon and it has been signed and personalized. My copy of The Roommate by Ruzi Dannon also arrived, and I kind of really adore this cover. It's different to the US edition, I know, and I love how the US edition is pink, but this one is kind of cute. Tools of Engagement by Tessa Bailey, which you have heard me talk about this month. I sped through this. It was just delightful. My physical copy of The Lady's Guide to Celestial Mechanics also arrived. I finally caved and decided to buy myself a physical copy of it. I have read the e-book copy, but I wanted to get the physical copy because I also bought the 2nd book in the series, which is The Care and Feeding of Waspish Widows. And the final book for this book haul is Undercover Bromance by Lyssa Kay Adams. I read the Bromance Book Club at the start of the year. I really enjoyed it. I want to continue the series, and I think the 3rd book is either just about to come out or has just been released, and that looks amazing as well. So I'm very eager to continue. So those are all the physical books that I acquired in the month of October. In the comments below, let me know if you have read any of them or if you're planning on reading them in the future. I would love to hear. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you are staying safe and healthy, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye.